Hey friends, welcome to Pirates and Pixie Dust. I'm Dominique, and today I have got to share with you my TBR for The Reading Quest, hosted by Read at Midnight, and the artwork for this entire quest was done by CW at Read, Think, Ponder. And I'm so excited because I started my book blog last August during Read at Midnight's Pokemon Readathon, and this year her August readathon is based on video games, and I'm very excited about this. So, what is the Reading Quest about? First, you get to pick your character class. So you can be a mage, a knight, a rogue, or a bard. I'm going to start off with being a mage because fantasy is my favorite. The first quest for the mage is to read a book with a one-word title, and for that I have chosen Roar by Cora Carmack. This cover is beautiful. The second quest is a book that contains magic, which I basically could have just picked anything on my shelf, but I am going with The Near Witch by Victoria Schwab. This was her first published book, and she is now one of my favorite authors, so I'm super excited to go back and read her first published work and see how far she's come. Third is a book based on mythology, and I've chosen a book that is loosely based on mythology. Wandering Star by Romina Russell is part of the Zodiac series, and I mean the Zodiac kind of started with Greek mythology, sort of. I'm stretching, I know, this is sci-fi, but mythology was in there somewhere. Next up is a book set in a different world. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be totally wrong. I don't really know anything about this book except that people love it. But I'm going to go with Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. If I am wrong, please tell me. If this is not set in a different world, let me know. And then the first book of a series, because I have yet to read it, is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. Now, if I happen to finish the Mage quest, I can then move on to a knight, and I would love to be able to get to this because I have books for every category. So the first quest piece for the knight happens to be the last quest piece that was for the mage, which is the first book of a series. The second piece is a book with a verb in its title, and I chose Want by Cindy Pon, and again, another gorgeous cover. It's beautiful. I love it. The third piece the next piece in the night is a book with a weapon on its cover, and this gigantic book has a weapon on the cover. I have yet to read the final piece of this trilogy. This is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas, and yeah, I've heard great things. These books are sort of guilty pleasures for me. There's a lot of romance, you could say. I'm not a fan, but I like magic. The next up is a bit of a stretch. I'm stretching it on this one. The category is supposed to be a book with a red cover, but this reading quest for me is actually a library unhaul where I need to bring these books back. So I found the only book with red on its cover. It's down here. But Ink and Bone by Rachel Kane, one of my good friends, keeps recommending these books. They are her favorites. The last book in the trilogy just came out, and there's a little bit of red here. It's got red on its book cover. And then lastly, for the night, is a book that has a TV or movie adaptation. And I'm not 100% certain that this does. I'm just kind of assuming. But A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare, because it is midsummer right now. Next up on this reading quest journey are the side quests, which, as I understand it, are something that I will be able to just pick up a book at random if I need a break from the main character class quests. So the first category in a side quest is Potions, which is a book concocted by 2+ authors. So I'm going for a big one. Gemina. I haven't read it yet. The first book was just so, it took so much of my heart, and I didn't want to be torn apart again. And I don't even understand how the first book, Illuminae, just grabbed my feels and wrenched them to pieces, but it did. So I'm kind of scared. This isn't, I mean, it's sci-fi, I love it, it's written in file types, it's something I absolutely love, but I'm scared. But it needs to be read and returned to the library, so here it is. Next is Grind, which is a book with 500 plus pages. That would be The Lies of Loch Lamore. Yeah, that's how you say it. By Scott Lynch. Lots and lots of people that I know and I appreciate what they have to say about books love this story, and they especially love the sequel. So I gotta get to this, even though it's like 700 pages or something. It's ridiculous. Next piece is Multiplayer, or Multiplayer? Multiplier. Just kidding. Buddy read a book. My local bookstore is actually doing a book club on classics next month, and they are going to read The Winter of Our Discontent by John Steinbeck. I know nothing about this except it's a classic and they're reading it with the bookstore club. So good luck to me. Next is Time Warp, a book set in either the past or the future, and that is going to be Black Moon. It's another Zodiac book. This is the third one, so I'm gonna have to read A Wandering Star first. But this is definitely set in the future. In book one, they mentioned something about humans showing up, and that, yeah, definitely our future. The next side quest is Open World. Read whatever you want. And I'm not gonna read. I'm going to listen to Lincoln in the Bardo. I've heard a ton of great things. I'm pretty sure it's full cast, and I'm super excited about it. And so I will be reading it throughout the readathon, in bits and pieces, you know, while driving if I feel like reading, but I actually have to take a shower, you know, washing dishes. So I'll be listening to that throughout the entire quest. The next side quest is Respawn. Read a book you previously DNF, and DNF stands for Did Not Finish. And that for me is going to be The Mysterious Benedict Society. I got about 100 pages in, and then I quit. I'm pretty sure it was due at the library, so I had to turn it in, and I checked it out again. Like I said, these are all library books. And the last side quest that I have available to me, should I need to read something different, is Expansion. Read a companion novel or short story. And I have this gigantic Doctor Who The Vault. And it's beautiful. This is definitely a companion novel, maybe not a companion for another book, but it's mostly pictures. I should be able to get through it fairly quickly, and I love it so much because Doctor Who's my favorite. That's all I've got for today for the reading quest. Wish me luck. I'm going to see if I can maybe vlog throughout my experience. It would be my first time, and thanks for watching my second video ever. See you later.